Detective Comics #1, written and art by Tony S. Daniels. It's doing it all this issue. Full disclosure, I did read this back when I first picked up this trade because I thought, Detective Comics #1. That seems like it would be important. Long story short, kinda. There's a little bit that happens at the very end, which we'll get to, but kind of important. So anyway, it opens up and Joker is fighting someone. We're not sure who yet. While Batman just narrates over top about everything he knows about the Joker, how he doesn't have any pattern, how he has 114 murders that he knows of, but apparently the pattern has started in that 4 people have received phone calls from a motel room and then subsequently died, and the phone has just gone off. So he rushes to the location. We see Joker, bare-ass naked, mind you, fighting a dude who's like, hey, Joker, big fan of yours, really, really just honored. And Joker's like, oh, that's so sweet. And he stabs him to death. Joker then sees that Batman was spying on him the whole time. And as Batman swoops into the big open window, Joker throws some explosives to make his getaway. Batman's about to give chase when he notices a little girl who was hiding that entire time that Joker was brutally murdering this man. And Batman goes to save the girl, but wouldn't you know it, at that exact moment, the police bust in and are like, oh, hey, Batman, it turns out we hate you for some reason, and they start opening up on Batman, ignoring the little girl entirely. We do see that she does get out thanks to Jim Gordon, but Batman has to lead the detectives out of the burning building because they are, an exact quote here, dumb. Batman's so nice to his fellow police officer. Anyway, so once Batman makes his escape, gets away from there, he takes the Batmobile and he's going over all the clues in his head as we see that there's like 8 levels of holograms that's like protecting the Batcave. So he talks to Alfred, and Alfred reminds him that he missed out on a date with some pretty lady, and he's like, oh yeah, I really, really like her. Go ahead and deal with that, Alfred. And then he gets back to the Joker thing. Cut 2, he is on the rooftop talking to Jim Gordon. Jim's like, yeah, so the mayor really, really hates you, and he's going to keep trying to use the police to kill you. I'll do what I can, but, like, you know, you're a man dressed like a bat. And he's like, no, I get it. Can I talk to that little girl? He's like, no, you can't talk to the girl. Though the girl did hear where the Joker was going to be hiding out at, so we've got all of our cops going there. And Batman's like, oh, you stupid. It goes off. Apparently, Batman thinks the Joker would never just let that slip in casual conversation, and it must be a trap. Lo and behold, he gets there. All the police are entering the building, and it's a trap. He has a mannequin painted like the Joker that as soon as they touch it, it explodes. Kills a whole bunch of cops. Batman gets caught up in the explosion as well. But as soon as he lands and gets his bearings, he takes a look around and sees everybody staring at the explosion in, like, you know, watching a car wreck sort of curiosity, except for one person who's walking the other way. And he takes that as guilt, I guess, and goes after the person who was, of course, the Joker. They get in a fight. Joker releases some Joker toxin. Batman gets a little bit in his system, just enough to dull his senses. He gets stabbed a few times. He's slower. He gets joy buzzard. And then Batman cracks open Joker's head, but cracks his head across his leg, which probably should crack it open. And then throws him off what seems to be a 4-story building. I would think that would kill him, but the direct quote immediately afterwards is, you'll live, Joker. So, hey, he's fine. He throws one more knockout punch and then puts him in Arkham. As Joker, all the doctors are looking at Joker, not getting anything out of him. They leave. Then there's a knock on the door. And it's revealed that all of this was Joker's plan to get into Arkham because he wanted to meet with somebody named the Dollmaker. Now, the person that he killed at the beginning was the Dollmaker's son. Turns out that he was going to perform an operation on him, but the Joker wanted only the original and only the best. So he got into Arkham with the original Dollmaker. And the operation is, he cuts off the Joker's face. He just takes his face off. And that's where we end the issue. Boy, that's edgy. But I really like this issue. I really do. I really like the way that Batman, writing wise, it's pretty simplistic. There's not a whole like major plot. It's just a Batman chasing after Joker sort of story. But I really like the way they did it for Detective Comics is they walk you through Batman's thought process. They're like, okay, I've noticed this pattern. Here's why I think it's something. Or I know how people react in certain situations. Here's how we're going to follow that thread out. I don't know. I just really like how that's done in Detective Comics, you know? I do like there's one line when he's driving the Batmobile back and he's trying to go over the clues in his head of, quote, I'm trying to figure out what the Joker was doing naked. Does he always remove his clothes first? Yes, Batman. I'm sure he does. As for the art, Tony S. Daniel, fantastic. I really like everything's moody. Everything has a nice tone to it. Nothing looks off in any regard. Coloring is fantastic as well. I'm not sure offhandedly who did that, but it is very good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's very good. I would definitely say check it out, but it also feels like it kind of is just standalone just to get the Joker's face off. So I'm not sure where we're gonna go after this, but on its own, 8.5. I like it.